Hello, I'm Desiree, and this video is a tarot reading for the energy of Aries. I'm using the True Black Tarot by Arthur Wang, and this is Tarot of the Abyss by Anna Torian. So I'm going to draw 3 cards using True Black, and then we'll draw 9 cards using the Tarot of the Abyss. And the 9 cards will help us understand what the 3 cards are trying to tell us. So this reading is for the energy of Aries. You may or may not have a placement in Aries. However, you do have a house in the sign of Aries. So we all have all 12 zodiac signs in our charts. So if any part of this reading resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, that's okay as well. Perhaps maybe a part of it will put a little spark in your mind to help see something or understand something in a different way. If you are looking for other readings, check out my other videos and look at the title and see if there's a title or maybe even a spread that calls out to you. All right, Aries, with that, we are going to go ahead and get started. Okay, let's see what we have for you, Aries. Oh, so we've got the 6 of Wands, then we've got Judgment, Major Arcana, and then we've got the 10 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so Judgment. This card here in the center is Major Arcana. It is the card number 20, and this card I like to call a card of taking stock, really of understanding what it is that we are doing and if that is in line with our goals, with our morals. And so this card basically is about an angel coming down, blowing his horn, and those who are worthy are going to rise to live again in another lifetime, or rise to go to heaven, so to speak. So in our terms, we're not actually talking about rising, but we're talking about being our best self. Are we being that self that we want to see in the future? That self that we're going to be proud of? That self that our mama is going to be proud of? And so this card is calling you to take stock at what you're doing and your actions. What are you doing now? And is that going to bring you to the future? And then we've got card number 6, 6 of Wands, and this card is about accomplishment. It's about winning, I guess you could say. And over here we do have the 10 of Cups in reverse, and the 10 of Cups is, complete happiness. And Arthur Wang did a really good job on this card, because though it is complete, it's utter and complete happiness, and everyone's here, and it is a feeling of happiness. However, not everyone is completely happy. You see that there's cracked cups. There's a cup kind of hiding behind the curtain, and so not everybody is happy. I'm trying to cover my face so it will focus on that. Closer. My moon in the background is just getting it. Maybe if I pull it back some, that's a little better, huh? So, and I also do want to call attention to the fact that it is floating above a crown of thorns. So that is, saying, oh, it was in reverse, that there has been some sacrifice, and those sacrifices are these unhappy cups here. So while this card on the surface looks like it's happy, it's been a long road to this happiness, and the entire road hasn't been a complete bump-free road. So with this being in reverse, you're either on your way to achieving this happiness, or there's just a bump in the road right now. There's just something that's kind of keeping you from achieving that. But the good thing here is that we have the 6 of Wands, which is the card of achievement. And so Justice just wants you see that. He's calling you to attend to this situation here. So we really need to think about what is that is keeping you from this ultimate, this ultimate happiness. What is keeping you from really enjoying where you're going or where you want to be? So with that, we're going to use the Anatorian deck. It's actually Tarot of the Abyss by Anatorian. I tried to play it off like I knew what I was doing. Okay, good. I get worried sometimes that my mic's not on. So there's a little light on it right over here that lets me know if it's on or off. So I think a few times I have completed videos and the mic has been off. Can you imagine? So sometimes you just gotta laugh at it though, right? Not in that moment. That moment I wanted to cry. Seriously, when I did my audio and visual test, I had tears in my eyes and I was fighting back my tears. I remember it. I really do. Because I was just so flustered, frustrated, and so anyhow, yes, bumps in the road for everything, no matter what you're doing. All right, so I'm going to draw 3 cards for each of these 3 cards here. All right, Aries, let's see what we have for you. So we've got the King of Wands in reverse. You know, I really did a cool sort of setup here with the last reading, so I'm going to do it again. Then we've got the Ace of Cups. And then we've got the 3 of Swords. Okay, very interesting. So one thing about this deck from Anatorian is that, isn't it cool that the Leo is right here next to the fire? I think that's cool. All right. Anatorian put 2 3 of Sword cards in here. The first one is depicted as the typical Rider-Waite Smith 3 of Swords with the stabbing hearts. And then this one is more along in the suit of air, where he is taking this information into his brain, right? And so that's what this card is. He is using this information and putting it into his mind and therefore creating something for him. He's creating intelligence. He's bringing this information to him so that he can use it and create with it. So up here we've got the King of Wands in reverse, Air of Fire, and then the Ace of Cups. So what I see here is that you're triumphing. I'm going to read Judgment first. Perhaps let's just pull your whole spread out. So we've got the Knight of Swords in reverse. That's fire of air. Then the Queen of Swords. She is water of air. Okay, and then the 5 of Swords. Okay, lots of air here. And then, and I believe Judgment is Jupiter. Actually, Saturn. I'm gonna say it's Saturn. I'm not quite sure, but I do think it's Saturn. 7 of Pentacles, and then the Fool. And then we have the 3 of Swords. Interesting. Wow, so we've got all 3 swords down here. We do have 1 major arcana up here and an ace. So it's seeming like some of this this unhappiness that's keeping you it has to do with something that you're holding on to, right? And you're really feeling a little there's an issue here that hasn't been addressed. And I like how this 3 of Swords is depicted over here and not this 3 of Swords. Let me change your view here so you can see what I'm talking about. So here's the typical Waite Smith, and there's a bird flying out of her hand, which was her heart. So she's releasing her heart basically, and she's sad. She's really sad. She has this very longing face. Looking like she doesn't want the bird to go. But it's going. It's in flight. It's leaving her hand. Oh, the bottom of the deck shows death. Right here. See, I don't usually read the bottom of the deck. Um, so there's possibly a change that's coming for you, Aries. And okay, so with judgment, Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords. So with judgment here, you're going to have to look at this situation in a very logical way, because the way that it's being presented, so we're talking about this situation here where you're unable to attain this happiness. It's sort of just, it's not that you're not going to get it, it's in reverse, so it's just, it's kind of delayed in a way. And I'm seeing that with this judgment here, you're going to have to really take a Queen of Swords position as opposed to a Knight of Swords position. You know, Knight of Swords, he's acting, he's very swift, he has a plan and he executes it right away. However, the Queen of Swords is a little bit more laid back, and she is taking in the feelings, the emotions, and she's understanding all of that and really getting a full understanding and grasp of what is happening as a whole before she takes any kind of action. Okay, she's using her empathy and her sympathy, and her empathy from her water side, because queens are all water. Okay, all of the queens are water, but this one is water of air, being in the sword suit. So, but there is an underlying situation here that is kind of throwing a wrench in all of this situation. There's a conflict. There is some ego involved. All right, and I don't know if this is like a group sort of happiness. Maybe there's some sort of family problem, or this could be your own happiness. But judgment really wants you to take a look at this here. And let's see. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles, and this card talks about understanding your harvest, getting ready to pull things out of the ground, you know, harvest your things. But it's also about waiting for that right time, understanding when the right time to harvest is, and then enjoying your harvest. So we have the Fool as well, our major arcana card, and the Fool is all about experiencing things, new experiences, not doing things in a jaded sort of way, you know. And so the feeling that I get here is that in order to overcome this heartbreak, this situation of unhappiness here, you're going to have to sort of take a step back and give it a little time before you do anything. But when you do go into trying to work this out and figure it out, you need to go in with an open heart in sort of a childlike manner. You need to be able to express yourself in a way that you can be understood, and express yourself in a way where others will listen to you. So you don't really want to go in there, you know, guns blazing, and just you have to go in there in a way of with an open heart, okay? Because there is some heartbreak, there's some sadness, there's some people who feel that they've been wronged, and and maybe that's you, maybe it's you who is who's feeling that you can't be happy. And I do get the sense that it's a group situation, though. I really do. I kind of feel like there is just some disharmony within some kind of group. We didn't really talk about this yet. So, so when you go in, like I said, you've got to go in with an open heart, and go in with not being jaded. Don't let this Three of Swords sadness stop you from trying to make this better. And like I said, you know, happiness is not without bumps. There's, you know, these hidden cups back here, shy cups, there's broken cups. But the fact is that they're still all here. They're still there because there is still a common bond of love that's keeping you guys together. It's just that you're going to have to put some egos aside, and you're going to have to get everybody kind of on the same page and get everybody in this mode of wanting to be open and wanting to solve the problem. Okay. So here with our Six of Wands situation, we do have the King of Wands in reverse, but we have an Ace of Cups here, which it feels like there is an openness and there's a readiness to allow this to happen. There is a readiness to learn about how you can make this better. And the way to do that, I think the reason why the King of Wands is in reverse is because it's going to have to be not something of a air and a fire situation, of a completely methodical, logical, but yet you know, fast moving, let's bam bam bam, let's get this done type of situation. It's got to be more of this Queen of Swords, where you take in the stimuli and you process it, and you figure out the best way to maneuver given all of these different feelings and all these different modes and situations, because everybody's going to have a different feeling, everybody's going to have a different story, everybody's going to have a different reaction to everything. And so you, being the person that you are, you're going to have to sort of herd the cats into doing what you need them to do. And like I said, I feel like this could be a group, but if this is you who you need to look at why you're so unhappy and why you're not enjoying life the way you should be, is that take a step back a little bit, okay? The desire is there, the desire to want to do this is there, and the ability to do this is there. However, your ego might kind of be in the way a little bit, in that you don't really want to open up and be vulnerable, but you're going to have to get past that, and you're going to have to use this Queen of Swords energy, tap into that feminine energy of empathy and understanding, but yet use your logical, tactical abilities to maneuver around the different energies, yourself, your energies, or if this is with another person, their energies. But also, if this is you, you're going to need to know how to maneuver your thought process, maneuver around your ego, and know when it's your ego that's speaking, or it's your ego that's keeping you from doing something. And like I said, use that childlike, unjaded energy to go forward. Okay, this is the time where I would usually draw an oracle card, but I didn't pull an oracle deck this series. So so that brings us to a close. I hope this helped, Aries. I hope this put a spark in your mind. I hope maybe it will steer you in a direction and that you can get this situation resolved. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you next video. Take care.